Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. And I'm not really in DC. I'm out of DC, but I spent the day in DC. This is January 6th, Wednesday, 2021. And they had uh, protests. Uh, First, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to call it a protest. It was an event. And then being there, because it's really not a protest, because, I haven't seen the news yet. I know y'all have seen the news because it's been all over the news. So everybody's been texting me, calling me, and trying to let me know what's going on. And but I'll tell you, it started as an event, and uh, I met up with three people that has watched my YouTube stuff, and so we met. I've never seen these people before. We met up here, and so I wasn't alone. The first day I was alone. First and second day, I guess I was alone, running around. It was a little different, and I've made videos talking about that. But now, what I want to talk about is today, and what it was. And I got a string of videos talking about what happened today. But I'll tell you, uh, we uh, we walked all over this place, and we ended up from 7 to 9. They opened the gate so then you can get in for where the President Trump was going to speak, and we didn't make it that early. And I'm glad because it was terrible. Supposed to spoke at 11, and I guess what I heard. A lot of this is what I heard, and because I got the video showing you exactly what I was seeing, and then I talked a little bit about what people were notifying me about. But like no backpacks, they wouldn't let them take backpacks in when you're going to the area where President Trump was going to be speaking. And they had some other people speak, and it was uh, it was it started with hope, explaining what's been going on and what they've been doing and stuff like this, and that kind of gave us hope. And then things started getting kind of funky. Now, I'm not sure because when you're in a group like that, I don't know how many. I know there was hundreds of thousands. I don't know how many. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there was 1 million people there because there was a lot of people there. And so we were there on one end, and we could waited till 11, and let's see, we got there probably about 10:15, something like that. So we're waiting. It's cold, it's windy, it's nasty, and waited till probably 11:40, and the president was supposed to speak at 11. Now I understand he can run late. He's got things going on, kind of like a doctor. You know how doctors make you wait? When you go see a doctor, their time is more valuable than us. So then, they make you wait. Well, uh, I would wait, but then, like I say, it got to the point where, uh, having us wait, it started getting waiting too long. When you have to wait too long, it kind of made me almost feeling like he didn't respect our time. for standing out there in the cold. All these people, man, there was, like I said, there were many, many, many people. And so then I said, well, come on, we're going to go. And then, so then we started going, and then finally he come in and he spoke. And we were way out, and you could hear, people with good hearing, I think, could hear him. But we didn't get, well, I couldn't hear him, but I don't have good hearing, so I didn't hear what he was saying, everything he was saying. But anyway, some way or another, I don't know who said what or what, and then they said, well, we need to go to the Capitol. So then, we were already heading that way anyway, so we were we weren't ahead of we weren't at the front of the group, but we were heading there, walking, going along, and we got there, and there was a statue of Grant riding a horse, and I was right at the bottom of that statue, and it was a good place. Boy, we're out of the wind, and it wasn't no sun, but at least we're out of the wind, and I say that's where my videos start showing you what was happening, all this kind of stuff. And you got to remember, we don't know what's going on. The only thing we know is people would be texting us, and maybe in even texting, internet, telephone calls were real spotty, on and off, and like that. So, but we did have some kind of service some of the time, and but anyway. So like I say, I haven't seen the news, so I don't really know exactly what all went on. Now I was able to talk to a few people that were inside, and they, in general, one thing they said, they weren't, how do you say it? They weren't really pressured. I mean, it's not like, they come out and start beating on them and stuff like that. It wasn't happening. And so a little resistance, that's what he was saying. So they were in there, and it was, so, and so I'm talking to these people, and some of them said there was tear gas. You could smell the tear gas. There was a scent of tear gas. And so that stuff was going on. Now, it was odd that there wasn't that many police there to protect it. I thought that was really odd, and you see it in the video, but there wasn't that much there. So it was really, I just don't know. But anyway, like I say, people didn't go rushing in there and stuff. Now, what I could see, and you're going to see what I see when you look at my videos. So as far as I know, there wasn't nothing going on other than what people were letting us know. But it's not like they were outside rioting and getting crazy and stuff like that. Yes, they were saying drain the swamp, yell, and was it stop the steal in the election? I mean, they were chanting stuff. There's no doubt about it. The people weren't happy, and it was interesting. I've been in a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of stuff. Now, one thing that I thought was really odd is the whole time today, when you get all these people, I'm going to say 1 million. I really don't know, but I'm just going to say 1 million. Here I am amongst 1 million people, and I didn't have any fear, no fear at all. They were all pleasant. They were all polite. I mean, they all weren't a bunch of men. I mean, they were men, women, children, all races. I mean, all ages. I mean, it was really neat, and I say they were real polite. No big thing, And I'll admit I didn't see all million of them. I will admit. Yeah, I probably saw maybe 100,000. Yeah, really probably got close to. I'd say close to 100,000 anyway. Because like I say, we walked all over there. We saw a lot of people, and it was at first. You probably saw it in my video. It kind of brought tears to my eyes. That it was so nice to see so many true Americans that were concerned about how things have been going on in our nation, and they knew it wasn't right. It wasn't hardly anybody with masks on, and these people know there's things that aren't right going on, and they're doing the only thing that they felt that they had in a way of options to express their displeasure. And so that's where it kind of turned into a protest, because it wasn't a celebration. You could tell and it's not they were unhappy and angry. Anger is one thing I didn't see at all. Everybody was really pleasant. Now, I say I'm going to. I would say I'm back at the hotel, and I say it's out of D.C., and I'll be heading out tomorrow. But I said, and I haven't had time to think about this stuff. I haven't had time to look at the news to see what's being reported. But I was kind of shocked when they wrote me and they told me that they made entrance in there, because you couldn't see it. Now you could see, and you see it in the videos where they were climbing up. They're getting things ready for the 20th, the inauguration. They had bleachers up there, and you could see them getting up in the bleachers and going up there, and so it was. You could see like that, but there was no, you couldn't see any violence. Now, yes, I'm sure if they got inside, I'm sure something happened, and but I say I don't really know. I didn't know anybody personally that was inside there, and so I don't really know exactly personally personal stories that people have told me and stuff like that. I heard some, but none of them had anything to do with violence or any of that kind of stuff. They were just saying what happened and stuff like that, but it wasn't nothing major. You could see they were young bucks, and so it was interesting. But anyway, what I wanted to let you know is I'm safe. I'm good. I'll be heading out tomorrow, and now I'll be spending the rest of the evening looking at the news, seeing what happened. So, but anyway, I wanted to share that with you, and I did really enjoy my stay here. The metro, the subway was easy to get around in, and I thought with all these people, I thought, man, it's going to be a nightmare getting out of there. It wasn't that hard. They've got the public transportation to move large volumes of people, so it was really good. I mentioned in some of the videos how the police were real courteous and nice, the DC police, and they weren't looking for trouble. We weren't looking for trouble. You could tell it was no big thing. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.